This video will go into dark topics including sexual deepfakes, revenge, and many more. So if you're in a bad mental state or extremely uncomfortable about these situations, I strongly advise you to please skip this video. For years on end, individuals have been trying to imitate famous characters and celebrities such as people on Times Square, cosplayers, or a look-alike that tries to become one of them. But as society and technology evolved, there is now a new way they'll be able to assist people in imitating exactly like other celebrities. And if you don't know about it, I'd like to welcome you into the world of deepfakes.
I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well?
In simple terms, deepfakes are basically an artificial intelligence that is able to obtain an existing photo or video of a person, which is then replaced with a face of another individual. Deepfake technology isn't new in today's society and has actually been used in popular films to replace actors who have grown too old or actors who have passed away, such as Paul Walker in Fast and Furious 7.
New details this morning on the deaths of Fast and Furious star Paul Walker, killed in a fiery car accident over the weekend.
Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian, and Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy.
Catchphrase.
With these examples shown, it may seem that deepfake technology is only used for entertainment, which is correct, but now it has been used for things much more disgustingly. The use of deepfakes has drastically declined into degeneracy, as now extremely talented and hardworking individuals with AI have now put all their time into creating fake porn. Yep, that's correct. Users would just use an AI to then just slap a face onto a person's body just for their sexual entertainment. In recent years, deepfakes have garnered widespread attention for their malicious potential in creating fake pornography material, which targets a range of people such as a person's crush, a random influencer, and even celebrities. Here's just a brief description of how it can go down. A fucking weirdo will download a clip from an adult scene and then will obtain a photo or video of a celebrity with the same or similar physique to then swap faces to then make it easily seen that it's actually the celebrity doing the sexual act. Some of these deepfakes are easily noticeable to be fake, however, it is extremely disturbing to know how some of these are almost fucking flawless. Then, the clip or the photo will be non-consensually posted onto an adult site or the dark web for possibly millions of people to see and comment on. In 2017, Wikipedia stated that Reddit had been a prominent site for thousands of deepfake posts, and in 2019 reveals that most of the submissions were all of British and American actresses and K-pop stars. And what makes it worse is that it can be easily led to being used for harmful and derogatory manners, blackmail, revenge, and fake nudes. Any of these three can be easily used as threats to falsely incriminate any adult or even child the weirdos wish to hurt, which was sadly the case of an Australian teenage girl.
I was 18 years old when I discovered that anonymous sexual predators had been stealing my photos from social media and doctoring them onto pornographic images and posting those images online.
Noelle Martin is a 24-year-old law graduate and activist living in Australia. At first impressions, Noelle seems to be fucking killing it right now, and as she is. But sadly, she was one of the many female victims that had suffered because of deepfake pornography. During her late teens, she became curious and googled her name onto the site just to see what would pop up. But to her shock and disbelief, she had discovered that she had been photoshopped from her Instagram and then swapped with an adult star doing various sexual acts pretending that it was her.
And I felt sick, like disgustingly sick.
Bad went to worse as she could see online predators commenting on these posts saying what they would like to do with her. If you're thinking that she did any lewd photos that could have easily interpreted that she was provocative, here's just one example of Noelle's post. She took a photo in a hotel, and as you can see, there is nothing sexual or lewd about this whatsoever. And due to there being freaks and predators out there, this resulted in her face being photoshopped onto this adult star's body. And Noelle couldn't do anything about this because the people on the site were anonymous users. Noelle tried to share her experience publicly, however, This led to the abuse to escalate, and people told her that nothing could be done about the images. And despite all the negativity, Noelle continued to speak out, and as a result, in 2018 at the Commonwealth level and in Western Australia, they made it a criminal offence to distribute non-consensual intimate images. Noelle Martin has continued on educating people on the harmful impacts and severity of this type of abuse, and isn't going to stop trying to help others who are in the same situation.
Hi, my name is Raquel Roper. I am an adult producer and performer. I'm really shocked in regards to my video being used for a deepfake.
Raquel Roper is an adult entertainer whose content was taken without permission, and as I shown you in one of the deepfake clips, her face was replaced with a digital replica of the one and only Selena Gomez. As you could put the photos of them side by side, you could easily see the resemblance between the two. And from this, you can see why the creeps will use the footage of Raquel and replace it with Selena. And due to this, Raquel made a video on her YouTube channel discussing the issue of the malicious use of sexual deepfakes and how it affects both Selena and herself.
I didn't give consent for this to happen, and Selena Gomez has not given consent to have her face morphed into an adult video. For her image to be used like this and spread all around the internet, I mean, I feel bad for her as well.
In the video as well, Raquel also states that it hurts her finances as she gets paid per video, and due to the video being pirated to allow others to see it freely, it can easily prevent a large portion of her income to be reduced. While researching for this topic, I found this take extremely interesting as we never get to see the perspective of the entertainer and how they truly feel. How do they feel about being replaced? How do they feel about getting their content stolen from them? And how do they feel about not being able to do anything about it? And the issue still goes on to this day, with no form of resolution to aid adult entertainers whatsoever.
That what you may think is just a joke or something, a fun little project for you, it can really affect people.
This drama is the latest incident regarding sexual deepfakes and how one stupid mistake led to an emotional and devastating aftermath. Around late January 2023, a famous Twitch streamer named Atrioc was in drama as a result of him leaking his tabs on stream, which revealed that he had been on an adult site that had deepfakes. And not only that, it was of his fellow female streamers and friends in his Twitch community. Of course, this led to a huge deal on Twitter as people started to berate Atrioc for being a creep and causing emotional pain to those streamers who were non-consensually used in the deepfake content. After everything leaked on Twitter, Atrioc streamed to his audience the next day to make another typical shitty apology with the excuse of him reading about AI deepfakes and going down a rabbit hole.
Fucking rabbit hole, and at 2 a.m. I don't know, I got morbidly curious and I clicked something, and I it's just fucking, it's gross. It's gross, and I'm sorry. I really am. I really fucking am. It's not, I don't know, it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
There were many other female streamers venting out their pain, and rightfully so. But this also led to other people making fun about the situation and saying that it wasn't that bad and everyone was just making a big deal out of it. Yada yada yada, big debate happened, but despite all that, this situation gladly led to the owner of the site taking it down for good and even being possibly sued for the damage that was done. All these malicious deepfake uses I've told you about will hopefully educate you guys about the dangers of it. I'm not saying that deepfake should be entirely banned because I'll be honest, some of them are pretty funny to watch. But please, if you see any post that is deepfake for selfish or malicious uses, I want you to shut that shit down, no exceptions, because it leads to nothing but harm.